Oh, hey folks, it's Sunday, it's like 4:30 almost. I think this is gonna be a long one, so I'm try to keep it. Okay, let me just get into it. I'm just gonna talk about Scout. I read the whole series yesterday. It was only 24 issues, and I just want to talk about it. Let me just jump right into it. So, this collection collects the first 7 issues. I remember I brought this, and I liked the art. Timothy Truman is just one of the best. He's so detailed. Okay, anyway, so it's about Emmanuel Santana. He's an Apache, and it's set in the future. Actually, it should be like right about now, actually. And he's come down from his mountains to kill these 4 monsters that he's had visions that there's 4 monsters that need to be killed. There's like a bear, a buffalo, an eagle, and like a ram or like an elk or something. But one of them is the president, so he has to kill the president. And in the future, America is just is not the mighty nation it once was. Like the USSR and Japan have like got together. America just sucks. Like there was it's weird. It's post-apocalyptic, but there's still a government and there's still like normal life, but it's just harder, more violent. It's actually cool because in every post-apocalyptic movie I like, there's nothing. It's just chaos and just no order. There's still order here, but it just sucks. It's really bad. And Scout, he wants to kill the president. And hopefully that'll help. It's not gonna. I don't think he thinks it's gonna fix it, but it's a start. So yeah, these first 7 issues are just that story, and he does kill the president in this, and you could just read this and then be done with it. But it went for another 17 issues, and they're good. But this is a really good story, and it's made Scout. I think he's like maybe he's like my second or third favorite comic book character of all time, only behind Spidey. Spidey's just will always be my favorite. But like I love Daredevil, Wolverine, the ones everyone likes. Batman, Punisher, Badger might be like 2 or 3 with Scout now, because Badger's just so awesome. Because I was comparing him he's not a superhero. He's just like he's a warrior. I was gonna say soldier, but he's not. I'm not a soldier. I'm a warrior. And he's just I guess you really don't. You get inside his head, but you never find out what he's really like. But I still like him. He's just like a quiet, humble Native American character. And I love Daredevil, but Daredevil's kind of a jerk. Batman's kind of a jerk. Punisher is just a psycho now. Spidey's kind of a jerk a lot too, or he used to be. I don't read the new ones, but the ones I read, he's a little whiny. I just can't think of any other characters I like as much as like Scout now. He's just great. So in the next issues, like it just seemed kind of it just seemed like Timothy Truman, he did have an idea, but he wandered a little bit, because in the following issues, like 8, 9, and 10, there's like he introduces a character, Beauregard, and he raises cattle, and the government they want his land, and Scout helps him try to fight off the government, but Scout's like, they're gonna take it. They're just gonna keep coming back, and they're gonna destroy you, so just take your cattle and leave, or just give it to them. And it's probably the only option, because and look what they did to Native Americans. And then it turns into like a, oh yeah, this series just like it involves a president who's a female president. She was vice president, and she got elected president, but like this guy had kept her drug. They tried to just, she was just like a figurehead. They wanted to keep her drugged, so she really couldn't do anything. But they're like, hey, we have a woman vice president, you're like that. But then after Scout kills the president, she becomes president. And with the help of this character, Rosa Winter, she's a good character. Not as good as Scout, but she's pretty good. She helps the president get off drugs. But then there's this guy who I just can't say it any other way. Who becomes vice president. He wants to take over, and he wants more weapons. He wants to keep America scared. And it's not a slogan, but he does say it at least once, that we'll make America strong again. And I was like, wow, that's like Trump with the Make America Great. And he's just trying to scare everybody, like we need more weapons, we need more missiles. And he wants to just attack the rest of the world and try to take it over. So I was like, wow, this is mirroring what kind of a little bit what's going on today. So like the Soviets, like Mexico is communist, and they like invade. They try to invade America through through Nevada. I guess Arizona or Nevada, with the border, and Scout, along with these guys called the Swords of Texas, and Rosa Winter, and like some of her troops, they fight off the Mexican army, and they have like mech suits and tanks and helicopters, but the good guys. Our good guys are like dug into these mountains, and they just can't get them out. And at the end, when it's like hopeless, the Israelis come in and save our butts. But then it's not over there. There's another character called Monday the Eliminator, who's joined the battle on our side. Him and Scout, and at this point, Scout, he's not the main character. He's kind of like Mad Max, where he just gets swept up into things, and that I kind of didn't. I expected that. I didn't like it because Scout's so cool. I want to see about him. Just want to learn about him more. But he becomes like a side character, and they go up to this space station, this nuclear weapons space station that the USSR has. And Monday the Eliminator takes it over, and he has all these missiles, and he's all, if you don't stop, I'm just gonna shoot the missiles off indiscriminately and destroy whatever, unless you all behave down on Earth. And he's like a supernatural or something, where he doesn't need to sleep, and he lives. He's been alive already for a long time, and he's like, I'll be up here watching for a very long time. And then it ends, and Scout goes into the mountains. And then there's another series called War Shaman, Scout War Shaman, that I have thanks to a good buddy, Video Massacre on Instagram, who sent me Swords of Texas and some War Shamans. So I'm really excited about the War Shaman. But yeah, Scout, it's great. Like, yeah, he doesn't talk that much. You never really find out like, well, what is Scout like, or what's he into, what's his favorite movie, what his like beers is like, what does he like to read, but he's just so stoic. And then Timothy Truman, he studied, I guess, Apache culture, and it just really, to me, it seems like it's written from the point of view of an Apache warrior person. But then also, like, I didn't bring out all the issues. It's just awesome cover. Slip that in. See, these aren't in order, but just eye-catching. Like what is that? And this is only Clips Comics. Let me show you this one. And then this one, it's 3D. And I read it like I need reading glasses to read, so I had to put the 3D glasses inside my reading glasses. And I hadn't looked at a 3D comic in a while, and it was just, I was like, wow, that's cool that they did that. But I mean, this one, it says it right on the cover. I didn't even read it. It comes with a 7-inch, and I was like, wow, this is like from 1987, and I just got it, and it has a 7-inch in it. It's amazing. I've never gotten a comic book with a 7-inch in it. I haven't pulled it out, but I'm going to listen to it. So Scout, yeah, he's great. He just seems more real than, say, even like Nightwing or a lot of my other favorite, like, I mean, I love Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, but I mean, Scout I like better than them. Superman, Firestorm, just pretty much anyone you can name. Because you just, like, I read them, like, even towards the end, I was just speeding through them. I was like, I want to get to the end, which I shouldn't have done, but I'll reread them, definitely. Let's see, what else can I say about, oh yeah, and it just seems like there's other Native American characters. There's Turok Dinosaur Hunter, which is really good too. It just seems when anyone writes a comic book about a Native American hero, they just seem to put more care into it. Like there's that Butcher that I reviewed. If you go back, check that out. Butcher was awesome, and he's a native. Like I said, Turok. Marvel has a lot of Native American characters that they could do movies or comics about that have so much lore and depth to them. That'd be really cool. And like reading them, I was like, man, I want more Native American stuff. So I ordered Thunderheart on DVD and a movie called Dark Winds. I guess I should read like just about Native American culture. Oh yeah, before I forget, in this one, there's like an afterword written by Timothy Truman, and he named Scout Emmanuel Santana, and he named him after the guitarist Santana. And he said there was just always little weird things because he says he's met Santana. He says he's a real spiritual person, and he said like I think he'd already maybe even met Santana. And he was at home, he was ironing a shirt, and then the label caught his eye, and it said Santana. It was like, that was the company that made him Santana, that made his shirt. And he was, oh, that's fine. And then he said, like, 5 minutes later, he gets a call from his agent, and he's like, hey, Carlos Santana wants you to do some art for his next album. And he's like, wow, that was coincidence. And when I got this, I remember I took my uncles to the store, the grocery store or something. And I was reading it, and he just always these little, things that happen with Santana, and if it was another person, I wouldn't think twice about it. But he's always Santana, since he's such a spiritual person, it was just a little weird. So I was waiting in the car for my uncle to get back, and he gets back, and then I just read this, and maybe waited 10-15 minutes. My uncle comes to the car. And he's I bought a Santana CD. I don't know why. And I was like, wow, that's weird. And I just read this about Santana and Scout, and then my uncle buys a Santana CD right when I'm reading Scout. So that's weird. But Scout, yeah. And he looks so badass. But yeah, it's another thing. He's a badass. But he doesn't like killing. He talks about how he knows how many men he's killed, and he just hated it. So there's just a little more there than your average, like your Punisher, or even like Rambo, Commando, all those action dudes. Because he's definitely that, but he's just more. So yeah, I just want to talk about Scout. don't know. I don't even know if you could get this. The issues aren't that expensive, and it's only 24 issues, so you can get the whole thing. That's what I really like. Is that okay? I even kind of thought, okay, I'm pretty sure it just doesn't fall off at the 24th issue. I'm sure it wraps it up because Timothy Truman just seems like, he's just not gonna let. He's not just gonna blow off something. And Scout seemed pretty precious to him, so. But yeah, Scout. He's an Apache, so watch out.